Flower gleam and glow, let your power shine. What's the next line? Make the clock reverse, bring back what once was mine. What once was mine. Hey guys, it's PatrickStarrr. Welcome back to my channel. 'Tis the season, summer, for dewy, glowy skin. But since you're on my channel, I'd love to do it full coverage style. Today I'm gonna show you how to get full coverage, dewy, highlighted skin. You guys know I am a little bit insecure about my acne, my friends that like to join me every now and then. But I found a compromise in a few special techniques for those of you that want to keep the full coverage, industrial strength foundation with the glow. So if you guys want to see how I do this tutorial, keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe. All right, everyone, so let's get started. I am not going to prime my skin. I said this in my last video. I don't want to hinder or inhibit the properties that are meant for the foundation, unless it is a primer that is meant to go for that foundation, or if you personally prefer a primer for your skin overall. It all depends on the foundation and the person and the skin type, etc., etc. I'm going to start off with this Clinique, what is it called? Apricot Corrector. This is amazing. I love this. I skipped this in my last video. What was I thinking? I was looking orange already. But I'm gonna take this and correct my bearded areas with a G40 brush by Morphe. This is my favorite. It's so little too, but it goes a long way. I have a boo-boo over here. I don't know where the hell this came from, but be gone, bitch. And I'll just take the excess and just bring this under my eye. Oh, and if you guys buy backgrounds, I'm gonna start mentioning the color of my backgrounds today. This one is called Pecan by the Savage brand. Now for foundation, I am going to do a little cocktail. I am going to take Estee Lauder Double Wear, which is amazing for summer. If you guys don't have this in your oily or combination, definitely get this. And I'm gonna mix a little bit of with the Lancome Tint Idole foundation. This also has a claim that it's 24-hour wear, comfortable, and transfer resistant. So if it has a claim and it's good and it's cute and the color is right, then it's for me. So I'm gonna combine the powers of this foundation and apply it all over my face using my Tarte brush. In Estee Lauder Double Wear, I'm in the color 5W Bronze. In Lancome, I am in the color 450 SUEN. You know what's so funny? Coming from Orlando, Florida, when I first visited California, Los Angeles, I would see all these girls be so dewy, and I was so envious because coming from Orlando, the humidity was so strong. I would always just powder. It's no secret that I pile on so much powder, and I just wondered, like, how do these girls do it? And it just clicked in my head that it's the weather. So depending on the weather, I feel like if you're from Florida, there's like no way that you can, well, for me personally, you can rock like dewy skin. So this is like my take on like industrial strength foundation with a dewy look. So I'm excited to show you the techniques that I've learned that work for me, full coverage and dewy. So the special technique is how I powder that gives me that luminous dewy finish, which I'm so excited to show you guys. I'm gonna go in and go for more full coverage and more Lancome. Mix it up on the back of my hand. Just build, honey. I love how wet I look. Do y'all see how full coverage this is? This is just the two liquids, and I am confident that they will stay on my face. Okay, so I did my brows off camera, and now it's time to move on to the concealer. I love these two concealers so much. They go head to head with me. If I'm having a long day, I will go for the Tarte one. If my eyes have slept. If I want something more cushiony, more dewy, more hydrating to my under eyes, depending on how I sleep, then I'll go for the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I am in the color natural beige, and I'm going to take this and go ahead and put this under the eye. This concealer is becoming a favorite of mine. I don't know, it is cute, it is very full coverage, and it gets the job done. The reason why I do my brows first is because if I want to conceal, you see like this overspill of concealer from like my primer and the concealer. I like to blend it into the concealer here, so that's why I'll do my brows first. That's the only reason why I'll do them, is because of my under eye concealer. Other than that, we Gucci. I know all the oily girls out there are like, how the hell is your greasy ass gonna get a dewy look and full coverage and all the powder, especially with your ass bacon? Well, honey, I'm gonna show you. Before we do, I'm gonna go ahead and take my booty blender and bounce the booty on the face. Make sure you get all the nooks and the crannies. I also want to mention, no offense to the people that put like strobe cream or like an illuminating highlighter. For me, because I am going so full coverage, I feel like what's the point of applying like a luminous base if you're gonna cover it up anyways? I feel because I wanna prioritize the durability so it doesn't melt off. So we still get the glowy effect, but the industrial stay of everything that's underneath. That's why I don't want anything to slip and slide and add glowing properties on the skin for my foundation to fall off. I need my foundation to stay so we can look cute throughout the night and dewy and glowy and etc. etc. So I think it's always good to prioritize what will stay on your skin, what will work for your skin, so it'll last all day. And then sprinkle it with the glow, with the glitter, with the glam. You feel me? I think before I was putting on glowy products just to feel like I was starting like to do the glowy effect, but girl, child, you ain't seeing shit under all that foundation. All right, for powder, I have been loving the Ben Nye Luxury Setting Powder in the color Banana. And I'm gonna take it right here on my concealer palette. Make sure to knock out them creases. So this is where the magic happens, is how you set. You can still get full coverage capability with dewy effect, and it's all in the technique of how you set your face. So as I'm setting, I am setting my face with loose powder underneath the eyes, because that's a priority, because you know you wanna laugh, you wanna flirt, you wanna suck some dick, you know, you wanna do what you wanna do, you gotta do what you gotta do. And so you gotta prioritize, again, like prioritize the areas, okay? So, next I'm gonna do my nose because I got oily. I'll do the size of my nose right here. Really press it in. And then same with the banana powder. And then I'm gonna go in on the bridge of my nose. I'm gonna do the top of the lip because I know some bitches sweat on the top lip. And then do the chin. Also, if you like to laugh like me and show off them pearly whites, ha 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 ha, do the smile lines. Guys, trust me. Next, you want to do just the T-zone right here. Now, I do not set the rest of my face because I use a different powder. Guys, do you see my skin? Like the foundation, I feel like liquid with a loose powder is like golden, and it looks really great for camera and it photographs amazing, but it's so durable. So for the flat areas, like the cheeks, under the chin and the jaw, the forehead, I will use a foundation powder. You guys know I've loved this powder for so long. Another powder that I love is the Studio Effects powder by MAC. I prefer the colors at Makeup Forever. This one is the Pro Finish powder. It's a foundation powder, so it has color and coverage, and it is in the color 170. So I'm gonna take it on a E52 brush by Morphe, one of my favorite brushes, and I'm gonna go ahead and just pat this there. And the reason why I use this powder is because, you know, it's not meant for durability, it's meant for coverage, and it's a foundation. So what I'll do is this will cover, but when your oils come through, they'll come through faster than they would if the face was to be baked. Does that make sense? But like I said at the beginning, if you have a good liquid like Double Wear, like Lancome, like Kat Von D, then you will know that those properties and the claims that the company paid for or the brand paid for should show through in the performance of the foundation. And you know, if it's 24 hours, it better be 24 hours. If it's waterproof, it's waterproof. If it's transfer resistant, it's transfer resistant. So technically, I'm kind of like sort of baking with the foundation powder. And that is the skin so far. Let's move on to eyes. So today I'm gonna do simple eyes to complement the dewy skin, but I thought I would just take you along for the ride. As you can see, my concealer is creasing on here, but I've been practicing that wet set kind of like technique for eyeshadow, and I've been liking it. So for eyeshadow, I'm gonna go ahead and take my Heat Stroke palette. This is so freaking sexy. From my MAC collection. I can't believe that. Oh my, guys, look at this, MAC. It's still so pinch me whenever I see this palette or any of the other ones too. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Buhai right here on a Morphe M519 brush. And I'm gonna go ahead and just set the concealer right here. Bam. Well, that was easy. And next, I'm gonna take my Anastasia A10 brush and go ahead into Sandy Crotch right here. This is an awesome transition color for summer. I'm gonna go ahead and blend this, you know, like so. I've been obsessed with this color, Shall We Dance from Dose of Colors. It is legit, gives dewy vibes. Do you see? It's so much more shiny in person. It's definitely a must, but I like to take it on a big flat brush and just wash it all over the eye. It's just gonna mimic the skin that we're going to do. Really quick, I always hate trying to find lash glue, tweezers, and my little pincher because it's so small. Look at this hack that I just did. In my lash case, I put my glue, my tweezers, and my pincher in here. And it's gonna go just like this on my case, and I'll never have to struggle finding it again. Oh my God, in my last video, I said that this mascara in the Middle East was called Better Than Bed. Oh my God, I was so mistaken. It's called Better Than Love in the Middle East, and over here, we call it Better Than Sex. Better Than Love, my bad. I didn't do liner because I wanted to be subtle, honey. Oh, it's so cute without liner. Guys, my favorite pincher, it's linked down below. This is, I love this. I love this so much. I love her so much. This brush is epic. This is the M210 by Morphe. I literally have so many of these because it's like the perfect shape and the perfect size for smudging color under the eye. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Buhai from my palette and just look how fast it is. Also snatch these brushes at Morphe or anything Morphe using the discount code PSTARRR. PSTARRR with 3 R's. PSTARRR with 3 R's, yes, yes, yes. I'm just gonna take some Sandy Crotch and buff it out even more. All right, so for the magic, here is where the magic happens. I'm gonna take this brush and I'm gonna sweep all the baking powder of the banana powder off my face. I am looking snatch-a-roo. Here is where the magic happens for my dewy skin. I'm gonna take Fix Plus, and I'm gonna Fix Plus my whole face. And then this is what I like to call sandwiching powders. So I'll spray, and then I'll powder, and then I'll spray, and then I'll powder, so it's not a bunch of powders sitting on top of each other. So I'll go ahead and I'll fan this. So I'm assuming y'all know what the next step is. I'm gonna take my Pro Finish powder by Make It Forever in the color 128, any shade lighter. It is a powder foundation, so we're going for full coverage dewy. Sandwiching powder spray, powder spray. That's the trick, and also the step before, using foundation powder and not baking earlier. So we're gonna go ahead and take a tulip brush and just go ahead and layer this. Next, I'm gonna take my bronzer, Give Me Life from my summer collection. This is still the powder part of the sandwich. So we're just gonna go ahead and contour / bronze. Okay, so before I contour my nose, I'm gonna spray again. We are looking so plastic, and I'm here for it. If you want that immediate dewy skin, definitely sandwiching powders and spray will allow all the layers to give you full coverage, but melding it down and compressing it into one wet, solid layer. This powder by Charlotte Tilbury is so amazing. It's like my last finishing powder. This one is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. It is very expensive, but it literally makes your skin look like plastic. I like to take it on a tulip brush and use it as my last step powder for literally like underneath the eye. So for blush, I'm going to connect my contour with the highlight that I just did, and I wanted something a little bit more, I wanted a blush with a little bit more luminosity, so I'm gonna take the famous NARS Orgasm, because this makeup is giving me an orgasm right now. I love it so much, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pat. And because I'm sandwiching powders, I don't want to rub, I just want to pat. Now to snatch my nose, I love taking an angle brush like this, and I'm gonna go ahead and take the KKW Beauty Medium Contour Kit, and this shade is literally so good for my nose, and I love the powders on here because they're so smooth. I think it's really important for me to do the whole face, not just to focus on the skin, so you can see when I am powdering and when I am spraying, so you can get the full plastic effect. Honey, we are ready for the do, okay? The do's and the don'ts, okay, of highlighting. Now, I love taking my Hot and Heavy highlighting powder. This, I specifically made this for girls with texture and boys with texture, and something so micronized that I can just wear. So I'm gonna start with this one. It's very fine, very, it's not like bubbling, but it's beautiful for the face. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take this on my forehead. Yes, the forehead. Do you see the luminosity already happening? Just brushing this all over. And if you do too much, you can just sandwich your face powder and go over. So I'm gonna take a little bit of my Pro Finish powder again. Girl, if you think you did too much, just sandwich it over and it'll kind of just like kill the shine, and you've sandwiched the highlighter, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and take some of this highlighter too and brush it on the cheeks. You see that? It's very subtle. We're gonna mix a whole bunch of highlighters, like my top favorite highlighters, okay? This one is amazing too. This one is the BECCA Bronzed Amber Highlighter. This you can only find at Ulta. When I went to Sephora looking for it, I was crying because no one knew what it was, no one seen it, until I went to Ulta one day and went like skedaddled through the BECCA aisle and found it. I was shook, so I bought it. This one is Bronzed Amber. This is so beautiful for my skin tone and deeper. We're gonna take some down the nose, honey. This is just so gorgeous. For lips, I'm gonna go ahead and take Cork by MAC, because we're gonna go for like glowy skin, nude, sexy, single, slutty lip. Guys, I cannot get away from this lip. This is Fashion Punch from my MAC collection. And last but not least, I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit more powder and just go ahead and kill those under eyes. So the contrast between matte and dewy is fierce. Really quick before I change, I wanted to show you guys this body oil that I am truly obsessed with. This is the Copacabana Bronze Glow Oil by Sol de Janeiro. And this smells so delicious, and I love pouring it. Be careful not to use too much, but I love using this on my chest. It's like literally like a gold tone. A little goes a long way. Look, it's so freaking pretty. Guys, who is she? She's never dewy. MAC Gold Deposit and my highlighter, and then BECCA Bronze Amber is the tits. I'm gonna change and I'll be right back. All right, everyone, this is the finished look. I am feeling like Pocahontas glowy in the forest glam. I love this look so much. I never get to wear glowy skin, and I'm happy I got to grab it by the balls and do it and splash myself with oil and highlighter. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. If you guys want to see more tutorials like this, subscribe to my channel, comment down below what you guys want to see next. I love you all so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.